I have many success stories that I'm proud of, mainly because of the relationships that developed during them as a result of the impact. So that's hard. One in particular, a $30 million company in New York City. When I started working with them, they continued to throw bodies at the problem, but the problem didn't get better. And what I mean by that is they thought that people were the solution. They couldn't get unstuck from $30 million. And they threw people at it, and they tried to grow their business, and it didn't change. And this was a fairly diverse company that provided a number of services, outsourcing services. They were involved in a number of consulting projects, and they also had a staffing industry component to what they did. And they were very successful, one of the best reputations in the city, but they couldn't grow. My first task was to go in and do an audit. And I've been doing this a long time so I can spot problems quickly, and this one was in my face. In the previous fiscal year, they had billed over 700 total customers. They're one of the larger firms in the city. Yet when you looked at it's an impressive number, but when you look at $30 million and 700 customers, it reeks of a high amount of labor intensity. I mean, talk about an example of people that were working incredibly hard. So then you look at that, and then you look deeper, and you find that about 10 of those customers, and I'm not even sure what percentage of that is, it's just amazingly low, 10 of them had been effectively cross-sold. And again, you got to go back and remember this is a firm that has multiple services. And so they were leaving millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars on the table at these other firms, or what was happening was there was no chance that they had any business for them. And that just can't be true in 690 plus other customers. So what was happening is their sales force wasn't actively out there selling all the lines of business of this organization. But the same thing on the service side as well. Sometimes the service side of, often the service side of your operation is one of your greatest sales engines because they're there in front of the customer providing service. So we put together an extensive retraining and education campaign, a new set of metrics and standards and accountabilities. We changed the hiring profile. And I won't bore you with all those details because it was quite simple but detailed in what we did. Let me tell you the end result. Within a year's time, they went from $30 to $60 million. It's almost unheard of to double that quickly. But all they did was they got the people writing checks to just write more checks. And that's the easiest sell. All too often in selling that portion of a business, too much emphasis is put on new business development with complete strangers, which is the longest sales cycle of all. Getting current buyers to write you more checks is the quickest way to boost profitability. And that's just part of the story. So we have the $60 million after a year's time. They're now in the hundreds of millions of dollars. They're an international player, not just in New York City. And again, their reputation is stellar. All because we started with the thing that really was the problem, and that was they were just leaving so much money on the table. And just, picture the piles of cash that were sitting in the middle of the table. They were looking past it, never seeing it, and now they rake that in because they've got a great system to do it.